Hey, my glorious friends, thank you very much for being with me today as I do this divine inspiration reading. I hope you're well. I know I'm well. Welcome, new subscribers. If you haven't, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of these glorious messages from Spirit. With that being said, let's go. Now, just to recap for anyone that's new to this channel, new to these messages, I pull from a plethora of divination tools to bring you the divine inspiration message directly from Spirit. Sometimes I want clarity, confirmation, not that I doubt anything. I just think sometimes it's a little bit like if we just had a two-dimensional world that we didn't see in all the dimensions, we wouldn't really get the entire picture. So I like the bigger picture. And I like to start these messages by getting energy from the number, the angelic numerology number, the angel number, which is angel numbers mixed with numerology, science mixed with intuition, which is really what this whole planet and this adventure is all about. Now, we are in a number 1 day. You actually could say that the date 11/18/2024 adds up to a 10, and that 0 can be the energy of the divine. So when we're looking at the number 0, it's just a divine message. The energies is where one thing, situation, story has ended, and there is a divine reverence being present and awake to the pre-dawn of what comes next. So you could call it a 10-day if you wanted to. But most folks skip over that. It definitely works with the World card and the Dreamer. So if you're into tarot, you'll get that the World card is the last card of the major arcana, and the Dreamer or the Fool is the first one. There's this little arch between the two where one thing ends and something else begins. Think of it like a Broadway play or musical, or one on the West End if you're in London. The movie ends. The last curtain comes down, but all the players in that production are all likely booked and have started rehearsing the next thing that they do. That's kind of, in a way, what the bridge between a 10 and a 1 is, or a 9, 10, and then 1. So I like to put a word now to these numbers. Like yesterday, I called number 9, it was Declaration Day. And today, number 1, it's Ambitious Day. This is being ambitious with your thoughts, ambitious with your dreams, ambitious with your wishes. Oh, I like that. Let's get ambitious with our wishes. Yes. And on Monday, where we are with our Moonology tear-off diary from Yasmin Boland, thank you very much. The moon is dropped into Cancer, that moody, emotional, wonderful, nurturing, Haniel-esque type of energy. And she says, Yasmin Boland, that is, if the temptation to speak your mind is high right now, take a tip from the skies and get ahead of the crazy by meditating. It's the perfect antidote to energetic mayhem. I'm going to say a little more about that at the end of this before we close it off, because there is some energetic mayhem afoot, and I'll explain why. My isms. I am on the right path of the very best divine benevolent outcome. Thank you, Vicky Looper, for that. In all areas of my life, and so it is. Thank you. Then say thank you times 3. You could say, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you. Once, twice, thrice. It is like a really clear affirmation, 1 for the mind, 1 for the physical, and 1 for spirit. So we've got our mind, what we think, what we believe, our physical body, where we are on the planet, feet on the earth, head in the skies, and then our spiritual being, calling forth all spirits. We have to have that trilogy. I am focused on joy and well-being for myself and others. That's ambitious. The well-being of others, even if they're not awake to it, is really where the focus ought to be. And then you also get to dip in too. I am generating and radiating the vibrational energy of joy, abundance, and love. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. These are ambitious statements. Let's have a look at the ambitious statements from your life purpose angel. We can help you gain clarity on your purpose and guide you to move confidently and swiftly in the right direction. Thank you, Radley Valentine. I am clear and focused on my life purpose. I confidently move forward toward my destiny. Well, for me, it's difficult not to move towards my destiny because it feels off. It's a little bit like you are riding around a mountain road and you know that you are so many feet from the edge, and you are in your vehicle looking over the hood, or the bonnet as they call them in England, the front, but you can't quite see the edge, or you can't quite get an idea of where the tires, the wheels, how far on the edge they are. So you go forward in that destiny, that confidence that you know that your car is going to lead you where you're going. There's an energy that's making that happen, an ambitious energy that's making that happen. So you could veer off your course of destiny by turning the wheel slightly in the wrong, not quite right, off course direction and go flying off the side of the mountain. But some energetic pull stops you from doing it. That's what we would call against your path of destiny. You know that that's not the right way. You know intuitively that that is going off course, yet you do it. So there are moments of that. There are definitely moments of that. And what I'll clarify with that statement is, more often than not, when we don't use our confidence and we don't move towards our destiny, it's because something or someone else is orchestrating that. And we're at a time now, particularly why we're moving and changing and altering everything we knew on this planet. Mankind is getting a bit of a shake-up. Thank you, Beatrice. I heard that from her. Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith, they are twin flames. They are here to call forth all light beings at this time, and their guarantee is that they will help us and they will protect us no matter what. They are asking that you call them in, that you surround yourself with their energy, and that you trust that will be given. You have to have that trust. You have to have that faith. Hello, here she is. You have to have that trust of protection. Here he is. The divine protection. And we are at a breakthrough moment. Many of you that I love and I care about dearly are light workers. Workers meaning, oh, gracious me, this feels like pushing a bulldozer up a hill. We might feel fatigue. And the fatigue doesn't necessarily have to be where I cut the grass for a 4-acre field. The fatigue doesn't have to be, you know what, I cleaned the entire Capitol building, or I cleaned an entire row of houses. I mean, that's physical fatigue. That's physical work. Fatigue can also be emotional and physical draining of the human body. And this is why every morning I come in here and I meditate and I get all of my spiritual woo-woo people together. And they give me the woo-woo wand and they say, go, do your thing. And this is where we switch on the lights, turn on the camera, and off we go. Star beings also with us this week. They come in many forms, many shapes, many facets. You just have to say, come forward, star beings, and write it in the stars for me. Thank you, star beings, for guiding my vision into reality. Today, they will make sure you do that. They will make sure that this energy is around you. All right, Gertrude, Beatrice, let's have... Oh, I'm having a hard time picking these up. You want me to read from them? Yeah, okay. Now, there are two guides I've started working with that I like them a lot. I like their energy. I feel their energy. Let me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. One is named Charlie and the other one is named Andrew, and they popped up probably about 3-4 months ago, maybe before. And I'm sure they've been around me for a while. I just didn't really feel their energy much. Well, certainly didn't know their name. And now it's a bit like, oh, there's the card. Now it's a little bit like, if I am in a line of 3, Andrew is on my left, Charlie is on my right, I am facing forward, and they are in hooded cloaks like monks, like a spirit guide, if you will, shrouded on the left and on the right. Left is Andrew, right is Charlie. I got it. And they told me what their names were. Lovely, lovely, lovely energy. And they are my spirit guides for when I want to channel energy or bring in mediums or bring in spirits from other friends and family. Oh, look at this. The 8 of Autumn, which is also known as the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Coins. It's a material card. It is working with the physical material, work related, ambitious card. And this is saying that Archangel Gabriel has come with a message for you, that learning everything you possibly can about a subject or a career, that's what they want you to be doing. And then going back to school and taking a seminar to find out, or finding a mentor. Attention to detail, skilled work that you absolutely love doing. Sometimes we can get into these handicraft things, which I've done. I mean, I believe every part of mankind is a creative human being. Having a thought that turns into reality, that's super, super creative. I can't think of another creative entity or creative energy that is for folks who say I'm not creative, they must be channeling their mind into one aspect. No, I don't paint like Picasso. But I think when Picasso put his brush into color and then mixed the color to get the right shade he wanted for whatever he was painting, the first time he ever did it, he might have looked at some of that and said, I don't feel like that's right. That's not quite where it needs to be. So he went about to learn more about the creative process. The same with Monet. I would imagine the same with, and I think it was Beethoven that was as deaf as a post and went forward and created music. These people are brilliant in their field, and they've been revered throughout history as being creative beings. This is what today's about. Being ambitious, getting creative. Now, if you notice on the bottom of this card, we've got a number 3. That is working with the power of the Empress. So the Empress works with Archangel Gabriel too. And they're basically saying, get ambitious, go to work, do what you need to do. I'm trying to think of anything else I can say about the 8 of Earth. I would say really to what it says to me is, of course, Gabriel is definitely the go-to angel for jump-starting anything creative. Anything you want to do that's creative, Gabriel will lead you wherever it is you need to be led to do it. You've got the power of the Empress here, to give you the passion and the focus. Um, so um, that, my friends, is my antidote for overcoming the push and the shove of controlling energies. The energies that are sad, I won't like, no, the word sad is not mine. Okay, Beatrice, I get it. Whenever there's a breakdown, and there's a breakdown on a global level of structure, of organization, and I've got to be careful what I say because this is going out on a public platform. You know, I learned yesterday from watching a podcast. That's where I get creative because I like to see who else is saying what. And am I on the right pathway in the channel? And oddly enough, you know, some of these videos pop up. I mean, that's to me saying this is something I want to pay attention to. And very quickly, it's a yes, click, let's go. And it could be something ratchet too. And that's another lesson. Like some of these ratchet things I've listened to and watched, and I'm thinking, I have no idea why I'm watching this. And I got it. Gertrude, one of my fairies, says, well, because it's amusing, dear, and you need to be amused. You need to that's really what it is. It's amusing. It is amusing. And then I quickly move on to something that's a little bit more instructional. But this is really where we find that balance. The balance between something that is intriguing us, is pulling us in. That's our path of destiny, being clear and focused on what the life purpose is. And this is a really odd question that keeps popping up. What's my life purpose? What did I come? I don't know that I would know that. However, what I can say is leading to my life purpose is anything that brings me the generational, vibrational energy of joy, abundance, love. That's the purpose. I think right now in our, I would say a timeline, but it's a bit like a catechism. If you split up, and I know I'm going off the rails, if you split up the entire timeline of mankind, if you will, into chunks, you know, the Middle Ages, where we are now, in these chunks, and you look at how control organizations have removed or did remove or sat on top of or blocked this creative process, you'll see how right now we're in this catechism of nothing but creativity, nothing but expansion, nothing but ambition. It's quite remarkable that all of a sudden I can go back to the 70s. That's kind of when Steve Jobs started tinkering around with Apple computers, and in the 80s, and then whoosh, IBM, and then, you know, the Microsoft movement, and we went on and on and on and on, and then satellites flying up. We moved into this big, huge expansion of the cosmos and said, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing. And all of a sudden, the lid got pulled off of anything that was stopping us being anything we needed to be. And this is where we're at, my friends. We are right where we need to be. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what gender you are, doesn't matter what you believe in, doesn't matter, you know, we're sort of closing down the ranks on this or that. This or that. We have all kinds of choices. I want a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of this, bit of that, bit of this, bit of that. It's anything you want it to be. When you get to that life purpose, when you share that life purpose, that your life is a kaleidoscope of whatever it wants to be today, now, this minute, nothing else can control it. Keep moving on. Keep using today, because we know that it changes like that. It goes like that. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Boom, 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 boom. But people who don't believe that, people who are still stuck in that tunnel vision, they're going to be in a tunnel because that's where they believe they are. That leads me to another story, which I'll get to another day. That's it for now. I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't forget, Friday night, 6:30 Eastern is Happy Hour at the Woo Woo Lounge. I'm going to bring you a preview of what that's all about later on. Bye for now. Thanks so much. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.